Morning, guys. Ricky here with the Backpacking Scouter. Got an early start today on day 19. We got up about an hour earlier than we normally do because we got a pretty big goal we wanted to make today. I want to get to Molas Lake Campground, which is about 24 miles from us today. But the intent is to get there a day early so we can take advantage of their showers and even some of their camp store amenities and other things that they have there. So super looking forward to that for me, but definitely was interesting getting up at 5 a.m. when it's so dark. Basically just slowly taking your time and getting ready in the tent, even packing your bag. We even ate breakfast in our tent and then just got out at the last minute and packed up the tent, got up everything else, stretched, and then got on the trail. But the interesting thing this morning was getting on the trail at 6 a.m. We were just starting to get enough light to be able to see the trail, which was good. But we immediately had to start our hike off with about a 400-foot incline going straight up the mountain. And then, of course, that caused us to have to cross a couple snow patches, which at 6 a.m. are more like ice patches. And so a couple of them were a little finicky, but luckily we made them cross them with no major issues. But today, it's already starting off as a gorgeous day. We're on top of the world. The sun's already shining out on everything. It's just absolutely beautiful out here today. So, looking forward to seeing what the day brings us as we move forward and moving through our next parts of our segments. We're officially less than 100 miles away from Durango now. We got 5 segments left. We should finish up segment 23 today. I believe get on to 24. And we'll continue on with this marvelous and beautiful day 19. So let's get going to it, and we'll see you guys out on the trail. Hey guys, so we made it to camp. Man, was today like a long day. It was gorgeous and absolutely beautiful on the trail, but it was definitely a long day. We didn't make our long, ambitious goal that we set. We'd set a goal to go 24 miles and make it all the way to Molas Lake Campground in order to get to the resupply early and potentially get there early enough before the store closed to buy some shower coupons or tokens, I think is what they have, and be able to take showers. But today was just brutal. I mean, the mileage was long enough as it was, but the up and down, and it just seems like nowadays too, the down's what really kills us. We had in the 21 miles that we ended up doing, we had over 6,000 foot of down. Man, that down's just tough on your ankles, and really tough on mine. And so it slows you down a lot too, because it's really steep. I mean, they did some amazing job at making some switchbacks on what were we on today. So we were on segment 24 and 23. So we finished up 23 and then we started 24. But man, those switchbacks were just crazy because it was straight down. I mean, when you look at the graph and far out, man, I thought we were going to be jumping off the side of the mountain with parachutes. It was so, straight down, but it's beautiful going down that valley. Just absolutely beautiful. One of the most beautiful waterfalls I've ever seen going down the whole side of the mountain that you guys just got to see. It was just amazing. But after all of that downhill, Liam and I both agreed. We had a decision point. We were going about almost 21 miles when we got to kind of down to the railroad and down to the river. And then before we climbed back up into Molas Campground, the last 3 miles were going to be straight up. And we were going to do about 1,500 foot of elevation gain in that. And so we told ourselves when we got to that point, we were going to make the decision on whether or not we kept going or we didn't. And when we got here, we both kind of just looked at each other, looked at the time. We went, you know what? It's the end of the day. We're going to be slower climbing that 1,500 foot. We know we could do it, but we weren't going to get there in time. The store was going to close at 7 p.m. We weren't going to get there in time to get any cool ice cream that they have or get any shower tokens. So we were like, you know what? I think it's just best that we take it easy, rest our ankles. We're right here next to a river. It's a great spot for us to sit and just soak our feet. So that's what we did. So we just we found a nice little spot here right next to the river. Hopefully it'll make for a good sleep tonight, having the river as the background. We were able to sit there for a while, wash ourselves up a little bit. So not a complete shower, but at least it's a little better. I feel a little better than I had in the last couple of days. And then really was able to soak my feet and stuff and do that. So hopefully that really helps. And I wake up tomorrow feeling good and refreshed, because right now I'm limping around like an old guy. But it's been a great day. Like I said, we're in our last 100 miles, so we kind of knocked off 21 miles of that 100 today. We're down. We should hit, I think in about 5 miles in the morning, we'll hit segment 25. So we're really starting to whittle them down. We've only got 3.5 segments left to go. We will still stop tomorrow at Molas Campgrounds to grab our resupply. Maybe I'll show you guys a little bit about what our daily food looks like with the resupply, and give you a tip from that while we're there. And then also we're going to try to charge up some of our devices to try to last the last 3 days. Maybe I'll get my battery bank charged for a little bit, and then just take a break for an hour or two, eat some fun ice cream or whatever else they have in the store, and then get back on the trail and try to put some more miles on it, because we're Durango bound. We're getting close. It's still looking good right now for us to get there by the weekend, which is going to be good, because Desi and I we got a little Airbnb for the weekend there, where she would have a night to herself when she got there, and then she could come pick us up at the trailhead on Saturday, hopefully at some point, and then we can go celebrate and have a good night in Durango before we head back to Denver. So, been a good day. Not too bad with the sun and other things. I think we did all right with some of that. So it was a decent day for it. Looking forward to tomorrow, and looking forward to getting closer to being completed. This has been a really amazing trip. And I can't think of all the things that we've done.
that have been milestones. That'll be memories that I'll have for a lifetime. So if you're thinking about doing it, absolutely do it. Jump on it. It's well worth it. We'll have some other videos in the future too to help you plan and talk about tips on gear and other things after we get done. So if you've enjoyed watching us so far, hit like and subscribe so you get notifications for all the other videos that come out. And then we'll see you guys on the flip side. See you guys in the morning. Everybody have a good night.